welcome back. Lucas Lacone here. Today we are going to be checking out an album from Mastodon called Emperor of the Sand. When Mastodon came out with their last album, Once More Around the Sun, a lot of people were kind of discouraged when it came out. They weren't sure what the future of the band was going to be. The last album was very mainstream. It was their first big mainstream push to hit the mainstream, and a lot of people didn't really like it. But with this new album, Emperor of the Sand, it mixes the old with the new, and it gels really well. Now, the very first song on the album, Show Yourself, is very catchy. I was just walking around my house and I actually found myself humming it in my head. It's a great opening track. It has a very cool chorus to it. It's poppy in the sense that it's easy to remember and digest, but it's still Mastodon at its heart. I mean, a lot of these tracks on the album, they are Mastodon. They have the Mastodon riffs that you're looking for, but I find a lot of the choruses in here are actually really cool. And the prog element is very strong in this album. I would say it's maybe 80% prog and maybe like 20% pop, if you want to call it that. I don't even necessarily call it pop. I would just call it like easy listening or good choruses. When it comes to the mix of the album, I actually I like the mix a lot. It's a very warm mix. It's a very raw mix. It's kind of this type of sound that I would associate with Mastodon, which is what they've kind of had on their last couple of albums. The only thing I'm really not too hot about is the actual toms of all things. When I was listening to it in my headphones, I found that they were too hot. Like anytime a tom would come in, they were like basically on the peak of clipping almost, which is kind of sad because all you gotta do is turn that down a little bit and it wouldn't clip. But besides that, I mean, the mix sounds great. Vocals sound fine. The bass is definitely there, and you can hear it rumble, which is good because in a lot of other stuff I've been listening to, there's like absolutely no bass in it, which kind of made me sad because bass is awesome. There's only one part. There's some really weird parts where like there's like kind of like some singing going on, like there's some vocals going on. I forgot what song it's on, and then like the solo kicks in on the left side, and it's like really loud, and I don't know. I felt the solo was a little jarring there. Maybe it could have been lowered a little bit, so that way you can still hear it in the background, but you can still hear the vocals. It just wasn't really well balanced. But besides that, finding the mix is really good. The whole point of the album, this one is a return to the kind of the storytelling we haven't really seen since Crack the Sky. The whole idea behind the album is there's been a death sentence issued to this man, and he's trying to escape it from the Sultan, so he takes to the desert, and the sun is zapping all of his energy, and he's trying to call out telepathically to the natives in the tribe to make it rain, so to speak, so he can like put the sun out. That's what the band said. Kind of paraphrase it a little bit there, but that's kind of the whole idea behind the album. Scott Kelly from Neurosis lends his vocals to Scorpion Breath, and it's a continued trend of him showing up on the album. He's showed up on every album since Leviathan, and the very tail end of the album, the last 3 songs, they're really great because Scorpion Breath and Andromeda are 2 of the heaviest songs on here. Kevin Sharp from Brutal Truth shows up in Andromeda, and the cool thing about Andromeda is a really heavy song, but the chorus in it is just really beautiful. That's just kind of the word that comes to me when I think of it. It's very soaring, it's very epic, it's really good. And the very final track, Jaguar God, it's a very long song, but it's very epic. It starts off as a ballad, then it evolves into this rocking machine of a song that ends the album on a very good punch. Like I said, the very end of this album is where its strength is, and it sounds really good. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this album a 4 out of 5. I like the way they mixed their mainstream elements with their prog elements and they mashed them together. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of Mastodon. Like I listened to Crack the Sky a little bit a couple of years ago and I did like it, but I found myself enjoying this album and I kept wanting to come back to it. And that's a sign of a good album to me. If I want to come back and listen to it, if stuff is sticking with me, then that's a sign of a good album. What did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I'm going to have to be out. Peace.